I have tested a lot of tactics in my online business. I guess I've been kind of on a mission to find the tactics that are right for me. So in this video, I'm going to share what a bundle is, why I decided to try taking part in bundles, how I managed the process using Notion of applying to and taking part in several bundles, and what my experience was like, and if I would do it again, if I would try it again. So if you'd like to come and chat with other online business owners who are all using Notion to grow their business in different fun ways, then I'll leave a link to my community, Notion for Online Business, in the link in the description. So firstly, what is a bundle? So a bundle is a collaboration where lots of business owners all come together who sell at least one digital product. It doesn't have to be the kind of main thing in their business, but they have some digital products that they usually sell in their business. There's usually one person who's the host who organizes the bundle, and then all the other people contribute a digital product that they usually sell. So it usually has a price tag attached to it, and they give it away in this bundle for free in exchange for people's email addresses. So what happens is the bundle can be free or paid. So the people who want to access all the products that are available in the bundle, they can sign up by giving their email address, name and email address if it's free, or they can purchase if it's a paid bundle, but they would still obviously need to give their name and email address. So the bundle host receives everybody's email addresses, and then the bundle contributors, they receive the email addresses of the people who sign up for their specific product. And so what happens when someone signs up to access a bundle is they're brought to a landing page which has all the products that are available to redeem, and this landing page links out to each individual person's either checkout page, or it could just be like a landing page that you'd have to collect emails. And they provide their name and email address to you directly, and you provide them the product in exchange. So that means that the person who is redeeming products has to go into each individual product and redeem it separately. So why did I decide to take part in a bundle? So I've actually been in this online business game a long time. I kind of started in a half-assed way when my son was a baby. So I was around when Pinterest first started and Instagram first started, but I probably didn't take advantage of being in there at the beginning like I should have, but I had other things on my mind at the time. I was looking after a young baby, and my business at that point wasn't my priority. I was just kind of dabbling. So by the time I came to actually try to grow an audience on Instagram, it was very difficult. It was really hard to get your content seen, let alone kind of get people to move across and buy from you or join your email list. I think it's maybe become a bit easier again these days, but I'm just not into Instagram anymore. But so that's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to try being in a bundle, because I had been trying to grow on Instagram for a long time, not really getting anywhere. I wasn't really growing in followers. My engagement wasn't really improving, and so I definitely wasn't getting new people across to join my email list. I wasn't getting in front of anyone new. I also found consistency really hard, and definitely platforms, especially social media platforms, reward consistency. I had a child and I could be consistent. By this time he was in school, so I could be consistent like when he was in school, but then if a school holiday came around or an in-service day, which I would forget about, that's when the teachers have training, they would spring up and I didn't know they were coming. Then as soon as that happened, I would fall off the wagon of content creation again, and it would take me a while to catch up again after the holidays. So I was really struggling to be consistent. And sorry, I'm looking at my notes, by the way. And I would happily sit creating digital products all day when I had the time. That was kind of my happy place, especially making Notion templates. So I suddenly thought, well, why don't I try taking part in these bundles, because the marketing is my products, and that's the bit that I enjoy. So I decided to take part for all those reasons, but also to see if I could, one, grow my email list, and two, if people who came onto my email list from bundles would then go on to buy from me either immediately or in the future, and how long that would take. So how I managed the process of suddenly starting to apply to be in all these bundles. Well, I am not naturally a very organised person. Because I am creative and I enjoy creating products, usually as soon as I think of the idea, I like to jump on it and make it. that means naturally I'm not very organised, which is why I love Notion, because it helps me stay on top of things as long as I keep up using Notion and inputting what I'm thinking of. So I use Notion to help me. I created a database where I could keep track of people who were hosting bundles and had an application process. So most people who are bundle hosts do it with an application process where they share the application in various, usually Facebook groups, and you can then go through and apply, and you give details about what you would like to contribute. So I built a database to keep on top of dates of when these bundles were happening, of maybe deadlines for when decisions were being made about who would be accepted into these bundles, because not all bundle hosts would email you to tell you if you had not been successful. I could also keep on top of any bundles I'd been accepted to be in. I could also keep on top of what I said I would contribute, because the very first bundle I applied to be in, I forgot what I had said I would contribute, and I forgot when the bundle was happening. So this is kind of what led to me creating this system. What else did I do? What I said I would contribute and when I had to promote, because usually a stipulation of taking part in a bundle is that you will promote along with all the other contributors to get the bundle message out to as many people as possible. And links to any promotional materials. Usually the host would create say Instagram post graphics and email copy. Usually those two things were the kind of main things that were created. So they'd have all that in a Google Drive or on a Notion doc and with a link to it. And so I would keep that link in my database as well, so I could access it easily when I needed it. And also the promotional dates would be in there as well. And then also a lot of bundles will allow you to be an affiliate. So the host might offer something that's paid on the back end, almost like a Tripwire product. So when you sign up for a free bundle, you might be brought to a page offering you something like a tracker to keep on top of all the products that you've purchased, and that's a paid product. And then you'll be brought to the landing page to redeem all the products. So you could get a little commission for each person who actually bought the paid item on the back end. So I would keep my affiliate link, the link that I would show people that it's me, in this database as well. So basically Notion saved my bacon and kept me organised when I was taking part in all of these bundles. So what was my experience like with bundles, and would I do it again? I enjoyed taking part in bundles. I found them really fun. I got to know new people who I wouldn't have got to know otherwise, because I'm a bit of an introvert, so I have to force myself out there. It also gave me something to promote that felt good. It can sometimes be really hard to promote yourself, but because you're promoting something that's for other people as well, it almost feels a lot easier. I do think your existing audience can get bundle fatigue if you do it too often. So you have to kind of get that balance right to get new people in, but also not bore the people in your existing audience. Oh, she's in another bundle. This is really boring. I've seen this so many times before, especially if it's just the same people appearing in them all. So I also think you have to be kind of super on top of your marketing and your messaging once you get these people onto your email list. So if you're not clear on your messaging, you can just confuse the people who've joined your email list, and they won't really understand what it is you do. You need to be a bit patient, because not that many people bought from me immediately. I've had people come through later on who have bought from me, but it does take quite a bit of time. So it is kind of a long game, because you need to warm these people up. Also, a lot of people unsubscribe when they sign up for bundles, because they're getting emails from all these new people all at once, and it's overwhelming. So I can understand why they do that. Or they create a separate email address which they just use for redeeming bundles, which means they're never really reading any of your emails, because it's almost like a junk email folder. So those are some things to keep in mind. But you can get some people who join you using their actual email who are gems of people, but you have to keep in mind that a lot of these people are going to bounce or not read your emails. So I decided, after I did take part in a lot of bundles. I probably spent the good part of a year taking part in bundles, and it did grow my email list. But I also had a lot of unsubscribes, and not as many people were buying as I would have liked. Whereas I I was also creating YouTube videos at the time, and I found that I was getting a better quality of buyer who was like buying higher priced items from me from YouTube. I find that the people who find me on YouTube, they're obviously interested in exactly what I have to offer because they've clicked on my video, whereas with bundles, unless you have to be really targeted about what kind of bundle you pick to make sure that you're attracting people who are the right people for your offers. My messaging has also always been a bit confused. It's something I've really struggled with, and I think if you're not on top of that, it can be a bit hard to make sure you're in the right bundles and to communicate to people after they join your email list exactly what it is you do if you're not on top of it yourself. So overall, I would recommend trying them, especially if you sell digital products. Just make sure you choose ones that are aligned with what it is you do so that you're attracting the right people to your audience, and be prepared for a lot of people to unsubscribe, a lot of people not to open your emails because they've used a dummy email address to sign up. So clean your email list regularly. That means deleting people who've not opened your emails in like 6 months, for example. And some people will just be freebie hunters, and you have to accept that. But you will get some gems who join your list as well. So those are kind of my thoughts on taking part in bundles. If you want to access the template that I used to take part in all these bundles and keep myself organised as a very disorganised person, then I'll leave a link to my community where I share all my templates in the description. It's called Notion for Online Business. And I'll be back sharing my experience testing other tactics using Notion in another video soon.